Hello. Hi, Lexi. We have Eddie with us here today.
Hello, can you hear me? I hope you can.
I can, but you know. So we're going to have some fun today. I did a big number of digging this morning because problem solving becomes a part of an assemblage. And you might do some things and you're like, yeah, I don't really like that, or and then it creates an opportunity to, because it's just needs something else, it needs more. And all those fussy little busy details are what makes my assemblages crazy, and I love them. Because of that. So it's all that little fussy stuff, and that's where we're at right now. We are at fussy stuff, but first we're going to read a few cards. If you're new here, thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it. This is part 3. You might go back and watch the other 2 parts, and make sure to subscribe to Eddie Makes Art as well. You'll find him in the chat, and hopefully Mo can be along. I just sent her the link, though, and I feel terrible I didn't get it earlier. She's usually our person that adds the links. I'm not Quick Draw McGraw. That's what we call
Art,
him up.
Sharon, while we're speaking, can you add me as a mod with the tool so I can drop links?
I think I have to do that on YouTube. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see while we're hey,
I'll
Julie.
say hello to people. Hi, Julie.
Yeah, you say hello. I'm gonna do that real quick. See if I can figure it out.
Julie, are you doing your Jane Fonda exercises? And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and squeeze.
I'm trying to get it to come up here. Hold on. My phone's being really slow, of course.
I am too, because I share this Wi-Fi signal with a house full of teenagers and 20-somethings. So
yeah, that's got to be rough. Okay, so how do I do this? I go to your name on here. And add as moderator. I think I just did it. Okay.
I'm going to go out and come back into the chat and see what happens.
Okay, that's great. All right. You are now a standard moderator. I don't know what the difference is there.
Yes, it worked.
Okay, there we go. Eddie has quick fingers, don't you, Eddie?
I sure do.
To strengthen
not always
your
a good
core.
thing.
You are tooled. You are a tool. Wait, that's not right. That doesn't sound right. Oh, that's funny. We're going to read a few cards. We'll maybe wait and see if anybody else is going to show up first. And and we should pull one of these new ones again because they're so pretty and we want to see them for inspiration. We haven't done much with these ones yet, but I like them when they have more words. The pictures are pretty and all, but and I got these for the pictures for the inspiration. I haven't been doing my shoulder exercises and I need to. I chose not to go to the last appointment I had yesterday for physical therapy because he told me I was done whenever I was ready and I had one more appointment on the book. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather do a live stream. So I didn't go yesterday. So
that's
I really
a good idea.
I need to do my shoulder exercises, honestly, because he said it could take a year and I'm moving along here, but there's still lots of tenderness and, things ways I can't move my shoulder. I couldn't believe how long he said. When they said 6 months to a year, they were not kidding. They were not kidding.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous.
It goes by fast, though.
Yeah. Let's read some cards, shall we? First, let's do this a little backwards this time. Let's pull one of these for inspiration. I could probably just pull right off the top here because we haven't seen any of these. Let's do that. Oh, that's cool. Ballroom of Echoes. Check that out.
Beautiful ladies. I love it.
Really is.
It's like they're all stacked on a bunch of dresses.
They are. Isn't that cool? Yeah, they look very unhappy though. They're very kind of ghosty. Can't see. There we go. All right, so there's that. And this one is a very short, I mean, it's not very big, and it was like $3. I mean, it wasn't expensive, so it doesn't matter. And then in the name of doing things backwards, we are going to pull one of these, one of our, oh, that's the one. Oh, that's a perfect card. Okay, and I'm not going to read it yet. It does say attaining peace. And these I shuffled ahead of time. That one wants to come out. So, oh, come on.
That one.
We like that one, don't we?
Yeah.
That one did try to come out. Should have pulled that one that was kind of jamming in there, that it didn't want to. That one. They're not really jumping out, are they? All right, and this is for our best and highest good, as always, and you can take this any way you want. This is just for inspiration and to get us through the week. Of course, I'll be live again next weekend because this is an extra special, like 5th Saturday, I believe. I haven't looked at the calendar, but I do know next week is the first Saturday of the month. So I bet we're going to be finishing this project up at that stage because there's still that fussy detail stuff that needs done. I did do some things last night, though. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. All right, let's read this one first. Ooh. Okay, this says attaining peace. Today I turn within to find the source of my experiences. There I find the peace that comes from seeking truth. I understand that the riches I discover within myself have a greater value than all of the wealth of the outside world. Step by step, I continue my spiritual quest. Little by little, I free myself, rising even higher and attaining true inner peace. That is right on with me right there. And there's the picture, and I'll get a photo of these. I posted yesterday's. Awesome. Okay. And then here we have gratitude. I know I've pulled this card before. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. That's beautiful and perfect. Got to find things to be grateful for right now. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. That is very, very good for right now, isn't it?
Very good. Yeah.
All right.
These are great images.
They are. I love these cards so much.
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, hey, Sherry. You made it for the last card, but if you go back and watch, beautiful cards. Beautiful. Okay. Dear source, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusion, and it's your path. Beautiful. And I will take some pictures, and then you guys can see them on the on my community page, and I'll post them in a little thing on TikTok probably as well. But let's get these while we have them out. Everybody knows my PIN number now. Oh no.
Oops.
No, I don't care. There's nothing on my phone that's super secret. So
hello,
pretty.
Anne. How are you?
Oh, Anne, hello. Welcome back. All right. We have Ballroom of Echoes, Attaining Peace, Gratitude, Change, and Your Path today. So pretty. So much inspiration. Love it. Okay, so we got those out. Put them in the box here. Let's grab our little box. And if anybody's interested and you don't know yet, that is the Divine Abundance by Tasha Silver and Fina Gonzalez. And I love this deck. It's just got such nice messages. And they always seem to be right on track too, which is crazy to me. But they're probably all right on track. I mean, they're all just amazing. Amazing cards. You're doing well. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm happy everybody that made it here today. We're working on our assemblage. I did do a few more things to the I brushed it with that red paint yesterday, and then I took some sandpaper, and it really, I didn't do this. It really is nice. Look at that.
Ooh, that turned out really, really nice.
It really did. Even though we don't have the as much crackle as I wanted. I mean, you can see it. It's in the detail, but it really came out nice, and it matches this. So, and there's something in this that's never in my work. And do you guys see what it is? My nails might be a hint.
Blue?
It's this color of blue. I decided to enhance what was going on over here because, you know, there's that primary blue over here. And I had this napkin. So I put little peaks of it here and here. And then I decided I needed to have a third thing because, you know, we don't want to be even, right? And I didn't want too much blue up here, just a little peak of it. So this is an old button card that I cut, and because I had already put her down, I just took a pencil and traced around the shoulder. Now I'll probably put something right there too, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, the other thing I did, I went along here with my embossing pen, and then I used the chunky glitter. But do you see how bold it is? I don't want it to fiercely outdo her. She needs to be the focal point in the center and not have your eyes just go to that because it is so bold. So I have a plan for that created an opportunity. I wish they made a fine tip pen, embossing pen, though. I probably could use like an oil marker, I'm sure, but this is how fat that line gets, you know, with the embossing pen, because it's like a round tip marker. So I also purposely splattered and made some little dots on here so it kind of overlapped. Got a little bit of it on there. But we're going to push that back. Kind of like when you add gesso to something, we're pushing it back. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to put the frame over here. Now I have a couple suggestions to push back, or a couple thoughts here. I had some ideas. Now it's an extension of her sort of halo thing. And in pushing it back, I'm going to use objects instead of gesso, obviously. Now I could add more red in and use these bingo chips to push it back, but I'm going to have a problem coming up here where I'm going to have to like figure out, do I bend it? Do I cut it? Because it doesn't quite fit there. Another thing I can do is I took this piece of wallpaper and I cut some little spiky bits. And I'm thinking I kind of really like this. Here, let me grab the wallpaper. It's kind of a rusty looking, where's it at? It's this stuff. It's got crackles. It's got all the right colors. It's antique. Do you see how beautiful that is? But I think that I can create, and I'll overlap this bit and create sort of this, and that will really push it back. And it also matches the background, but it's a little more orderly and not a painting. So this will be cut, obviously.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm really liking that too. The other thing, so I'll be gluing those down. The other thing I did was I added 2 butterflies right here with the little pearls inside, and then the moon there. And I really love it. I really do. I like the evenness of the butterflies, even though I'm not really an even person. I really do. So today we're going to address this. I think we need some gold down here. I'm going to put the little spikies on. I've got some jewelry I kind of fussed with because I kind of want some, like a rosary hanging or something. I've never really hung an actual rosary. I took the cross off. But I'm thinking that would be fun. And then we're going to treat this bird. We'll do him with some alcohol ink, and he's going to go in the corner probably. So let me glue these bits down here. I'll get right to it. Don't forget to push all the buttons, guys. That's my whole spiel now, because I never was good at it. Push all the buttons. Another fun thing would be maybe feathers, or I really did some deep dive digging this morning, kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to use there that doesn't overtake her, but is integrated and I could do that with, Okay, so I'm going to glue them down. So I'm going to take a pencil first and decide, because I will, that one's got a square edge on it. It's all this fussy stuff really that gives your project a really rich and layered and detailed feel that you want to sit and when you see it, you want to stare at it for a while. And those are the kind of projects that just make me so happy when I see other people's work. That's the stuff that makes my heart pitter patter and, makes my mouth open and I literally gasp, literally. Okay. So it's wallpaper and it does have the stuff on the back, but I can use this kind of glue. Let's find that spot again. I'll let it go over the card because, she's the most important thing. It's good to have her.
Hey, Paula.
Overlap her. Paula, hey, I'm so excited you're here. We haven't seen you for a while. Having some fun here. I'm going to use a wider piece here, I think, for the next one. All right. We're doing an assemblage, Paula. Go ahead, Eddie.
Get that pin out of your mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Boy,
Kylie hates it when I do this.
Makes me nervous.
That's what she says too. So I'm stopping between each one to make sure that I have the right edge on it. So you can tell her what we're doing. We haven't seen Paula for a while.
Paula knows what's up. No, Paula, we're making, or Sharon is making, this wonderful piece with this gorgeous lady. And it's just all kinds of awesome, just cool stuff she's gotten. All that stuff.
Not my normal thing to do on camera. That's for sure.
No, you even did a special stream yesterday.
Yeah, yep, I did.
She wanted to show as much of it on camera as possible.
These are the kind of things I was doing for the collaboration, and I haven't done one for a while, so it was definitely time. And she goes in a shadow box. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to be cutting each one as I go along here, and deciding where it goes and how to trim it out. And this is antique wallpaper. I actually got, where was that? I got at so that's not right. I got it at a yard sale a long time ago, and I've used the crap out of it in projects like this. It's just, it's got crackles. It's got the rusty colors that I like. It's just beautiful paper. And it was never enough to do a room, but it was enough to really play with here. Stuff like this. I could have done a dresser, I guess. I thought about using foil here too. That was like the tin that I emboss.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee top stuff, but it was silver and I didn't want to have to go through all that. I already have to do alcohol ink on the bird. So let's do this on the other side.
And the heart was a good choice. I like that.
The what?
The heart that we chose yesterday.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I really don't want things overpowering her, but because that's on her, it really worked out nicely. Just kind of roughly, if I need to go in and trim it out again, I will. Okay, where was it? Where was it? It was here.
Forgive me, guys. I haven't done this in a while, so if I get quiet, it's because I think I'm just watching a stream. I have to keep reminding myself you can hear me.
Oh,
I get, okay, don't belch. Don't say dirty
yeah.
words.
So normally, do you talk to the screen anyway? Because
Yeah.
I
Of
probably do. I mean,
course you do.
it's
Yeah.
it's likely. Yeah,
You have to.
it is likely.
One day you'll respond.
Yeah. Well, I do respond. One day my higher self will respond and I'll be in shock. All right. Remembering where I put them is the hard part. I actually want one closer here. There we go. And I know this seems fussy, but these are all the layered, fussy details that make a project so rich.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the stage we're at. I'm already kind of giggly about it. I am over the hump mostly here with this.
No, I won't body burp, Paula. Don't worry. Taking care of those.
Body burp.
Body
I can
burp.
only imagine. Did I tell you, did I mention the shirt I got for my husband for Christmas? I don't think I did.
I don't remember. No.
You do?
No, I don't. No.
It is amazing. It says, don't scare me, I fart easily. Which is hilarious because he scares easily. Like, I can just be, he thinks I need to wear a bell around the house because
my brother says that about me. I go, but I don't stomp around like a bear, you know.
Yeah,
I have a very delicate gait. Come on.
I'm not a delicate or quiet person, and I think that he thinks that I am. He thinks I'm sneaking up on him and trying to scare him. So then he'll purposely try to scare me, pretend like he's like part of the coat rack in the hallway, or you know. And I'm like, that's not cool, man. I'm not doing this on purpose to you. You know, like it's not my fault you scream like a girl. He does. He screams like a girl. It's pretty hilarious. I'm making sure that
my brother grabs his heart. I go, dude, come on.
Oh my god, he's like, yeah, that's Bill. He does baby hands. You know, like when a baby is sleeping.
Poor Bill.
And I tease him about the baby hands. You know, like if I wake him up, he does the baby hands. And he even started referring to it as baby hands, which is because I've been calling him that for years. You know. Yeah.
Oh God.
Poor Bill.
My dear Lord.
He does. He's so easily scared. I can't even wait in the hallway if I need the bathroom.
Well, my brother's very paranoid, so like he'll hear a little noise and like everything has to be, you know, investigated. I go, dude, it was just somebody walking past.
Sounds like my husband. He does the same thing. He's got to go stand on the porch. He hears a noise.
Like, what is that going to do? Nothing.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and let this, because there's no way her little pokey things are this short. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go off a little bit, and I may or may not extend it.
It's probably a good idea. That way it gives the illusion that they're all the same.
I may or may not let it spill up over the top of the box. So I'm going to leave them the length they are for right now and go from there.
Well, Paula, speaking for most men, we're all drama queens.
Oh, he is.
We just have deeper voices, but we're all drama queens.
He is so much worse than me. I mean, like, I don't scare easily. I'm not dramatic. I'm just loud all the time. And I have a lot of things to say. That's it.
Lexi says, I go stand on the patio with my hands on my hips if someone's playing loud music nearby. I swear it does something. Now, wait, does this something mean you swing your hips to the music or you're ready to call the police?
I need one more.
Go either way.
So Lexi, does that mean that you're old now? I'm curious. Because those kids and their music, I mean, I can hear it already.
Turn down that loud music, you whippersnappers.
You're going to lose your hearing. You're going to go deaf.
When I was a kid, we had Britney Spears, not this crap.
Yeah. That's so good. We had New Kids on the Block.
Darn it, that was music.
I never listened to either one of those, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, Lexi says she's undeniably old. These kids and their weird haircuts.
And their weird haircuts?
I know.
What's going on with the hair? Is there something new I don't know about?
I don't know. Is there a new hairstyle I don't know about? I might have to try it.
To make me feel young? Yeah. Okay, so I've been fortunate in a few places where I can slide it underneath, where there's just a little edge for me to slide it under. Most of it's glued down, but I keep putting glue on the tip and I don't need to. I'm gonna glue it to my desk any second. Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Julie says, the neighbors we have, you wouldn't dare yell at them or they will come and attack you.
Oh, God.
Talk about welcome to the outback.
Yeah. She does live in the outback. Yeah.
John was chased. Oh, poor John was chased.
Really sad.
Okay, so
I'm kind of, this one didn't get matched up to the edge very well. And I can, because this is sticking up, I can use my pencil and just press down and feel that edge. So I'm not just completely guessing here.
Right.
Bill is notorious for starting fights with neighbors over dumb stuff like that. Notorious. And I'm always like, honey, we don't need to fight with some new neighbors now. We don't need this again. So, because the last time was at our old house and they were crazy people. Like they broke our windshield. Like in front of us, they started a fight in the street. We didn't even know them. I mean, they were just crazy. They were drunk all the time. They were, yeah. And we ended up going to court.
I miss my family.
You miss your family? Is that what you said? Okay, so we pushed that back a bit, and I'm really liking that. And it may or may not overflow onto the top. I'm thinking it's going to get cut, but because
looking good though,
pieces that overflow, it would. And I'm going to have to find some other ways. Let's get our frame out here. Having these here is also great because I can audition, how it's looking, and then I can pull it back out with these pieces. So I can decide, what else is going to go around. Do I want to overlap anything? Look at how gorgeous she's looking.
That looks great.
She really is looking good. Okay, we need to do something with the bottom here. I love how this came out. I'm just in love with that. And her little key over her hand.
Just the card on that playing card. I love it.
Yeah, it really worked out. Okay, so we need some gold down here because there's a lot of gold on the top. And I have a thought here. Oh no, she has a thought.
Thought away. I have to step away for just 1 second.
Okay, you do you. That's okay. Okay, so I have these, I have these pieces, and they are, if I'm going to put fabric on it like this, I want to make sure that it's not going to be, I don't know, it can get dusty and I can still dust it. You know what I mean? And this stuff is like plastic backed and it's made out of something different, I also have this that I haven't used yet. It's got little hearts on it, but I don't know. I don't want to cover the whole thing, and this might go somewhere else on it. I also have this one here, and it's made out of the same stuff, but maybe not. I thought about gold rickrack as well, even, like some old stuff. I have this trim that has sequins on it. That might stick out too far. Remember, I don't want it to be bigger than or overtake her. I also have this stuff. It's got some gold on it, but I think that overtakes her a little bit, but we might still use some of those things. It's an option. So I think I'm going to go with this stuff here and add, just a little bit in. We're not going to do the whole thing. You can still see what's in the background. So I'm going to cut these parts out individually. I love this stuff because I can cut these parts out. So there's one, and there's one. I have more of this somewhere too. I probably have a piece that's cut out right here on my desk because I've cut out many over time to use. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I found a gold rickrack scrap too.
I'm back. I just had to feed the kitty.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, there's another piece. That was... Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to balance all this sharp gold up here and add some down in here. And what I'll do with these is, because there's going to be some things in front of this, I need to not have it overlap because there's a plan. Plus, I might trim this out with something. So I need to leave a little space. Because if it gets trim when it gets put in the box, I don't want that in my way. So let's see. I've got this little piece here. No.
I have 3 kitties, Lexi. Well, they're big old fat cats, but yeah, I have 3.
I wish I could have 3 kitties. I only have 1. We rent our house and the landlord says only 2 pets, and I don't understand why. We've lived here for years. They should know better. They know me. I don't understand why we can only have 2. Okay, I'm going to cut this apart and make it smaller and different.
Thanks, Paula. I was waiting for you.
Okay, there we go. I like that. Can I move it over just a hair and get that whole thing in there? Yeah. So I can still see the building. I've got a little space for trim because I'm kind of planning ahead, but mostly working, not planning ahead, like how I work, guys. And then I've got these 2 little pieces that match now that could go somewhere else on it, or they could go on the inside of the box, I mean, we'll decide. I'm just going to leave those right up here. So I'm going to glue these down. And this time I'm going to use 3-in-1. So we're going to make sure that one's lined up first. And her little key can hang over it. That's fine.
Okay, Paula, we'll be here.
Are you leaving us, Paula?
She's going to go feed her non-existent kitties.
Oh, okay. Is that code for pee? Or
I don't know, maybe.
Because I just say it.
Us Americans, we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah, Kylie calls it a comfort break. That's what they called it at her when she worked. Isn't that funny?
That's a nice one.
I'm like, that's so sweet. That's so polite.
I have a meeting with a client.
What?
I have a meeting with a client.
You do?
That's something I would say.
Oh. Yeah, what kind of client there? Gigolo Eddie?
Important.
Oh, well.
Julie says nature's calling. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, and then that one kind of centered there. I really like this stuff, and I only got like a meter of it, which I don't know how that stacks up, but I don't
Paula
like
says, Paula left the door open. She says, I heard you.
So you are peeing. That's right. I don't know what they call it then. Feed the non-existent kitty. Is that what it's called? It, is that what they call it there? Or gotta go feed the? I gotta go. I gotta go feed the horses. Isn't that?
I know. I
See a,
heard that an old Victorian term for
see a
that
man
was
about a horse.
taking
Yeah.
a trip to the Spice Islands.
What?
Yes, that's an old Victorian term for going to the bathroom.
There's so many visuals and smells that come with that.
And that's how you get curry.
I don't like curry very much, so okay. That's funny. Okay, I really like this. Now I think we're gonna do our bird, but I'm gonna set this in here so I can kind of gauge what else we want to. Is there something I'm overlapping onto here, or am I just gonna put things or leave it? I could leave it. Big choices, big choices. I think we're almost done with the inside of her here. There's a couple little spots that I might add something, but that's something I can do afterwards. And after I stare at it for a while, there's a point where I've done all the digging. I get down to the final bit, you know, and I have to stare at it for a while to see what it's missing and see what it needs, you know. So this, let's see here. If we're going to use this bird, I love this bird. If we use the bird, I do like it. Okay, it's going to be alcohol ink. You like it?
Is that resin?
Yeah, it's resin, so it's solid. I had it in the bendy clay first, but it needed to be more solid. How do we feel about this bird?
I love it.
And then remember, it's getting stuff down here too, and that'll balance that out. All right, alcohol ink. It's time. It's time to do the thing here. This is the fun stuff, right? Okay, I've got a piece of, where's it at? Right here. I'm gonna set it on here. A little wax paper. Trip to the Spice Islands. That is a winner, Paula. You're right. Okay, so I do have a little selection of, you know, the colors I use most. I have them on a turntable thing, a stacky turntable. But I always keep this tub here handy because I've got a couple of them sitting here because these are the ones I grab out of there most often, and I just decided it was time to start keeping them together so I can grab it and go. So that's what that is. I've got my, of course, my secret sauce. I've got 2 bottles here. And the secret sauce is, do you remember, Eddie?
No.
It is half hand sanitizer and half 90% alcohol.
That's right. I do remember now that you say it.
And it is wonderful. It helps with all your alcohol ink on the gel plate. Because it's more solid than this, and more solid than just alcohol. So it helps keep the ink from spreading too much unless you're ready for it to spread. And then it makes it easier for it to blow. It keeps it wet longer so you can manipulate it. It's wonderful. So
Paula, I know what you're thinking, Paula. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I caught that.
Just keep going, Sharon.
I did keep, okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with a dark color first because I want to get down in all the little cracks with the dark color. And I thought about doing this with paint and doing it this way, but I just decided we're going to try it with ink. So, you know, I got to have some alcohol ink on there. I do have alcohol ink on the sides, technically. Now, I know it looks extreme, but I just wanted in the crevices to bring out what's going on, you know, with it, like all the detail and the feathers and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn my fan on here real quick so I'm not dizzy. Oh gosh. I like alcohol ink for so many reasons, but one of them is I'm looking for my cord here from my fan. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it.
Okay.
There.
I don't know if you can hear it, but someone outside my door is blaring "Sweet Caroline."
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah,
they're
that.
doing it to taunt my brother, who's a Yankees fan.
Oh, well, what does that have to do with Yankees?
That's the Red Sox theme.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like our song.
So because I've got some blue highlights in here. I've got the blue on the card. I've got a little blue on her crown. There's blue there. There's a little blue there. I'm going to add some blue to our blue bird. You know, I mean, it seems appropriate. But first I'm going to dry this first. So give me a moment. Sing him a song, Eddie. Sing him a song. Whoops. I need to mute me.
I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me when she's doing the wah, so I'll just let her finish her wah.
See, I
Oh,
didn't
okay,
want
good. You can still hear me? Cool.
I didn't want the black to overwhelm and mix with the other colors. That's why I dried it first. Normally I like a good blend, but that I want the black to, you know, I mean, I know it's going to move, but it won't move as much if I dry it first. That's the thought. So I'm going to use the white, of course. Boy, this one's almost empty. So let's get some of that on there. I'm going to get out my little squeezy thing.
I've never seen that film, Paula, the jazz singer.
Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, so good. I saw that when I was a kid and it stuck with me. And I was a kid. You don't bring me flowers anymore. I tell you what, I do walk around the house singing that song sometimes. That song stuck with me.
Hey, back to the art. Julie Parker would says that you may be able to do a quarter glycerin, 3/4 isopropyl alcohol if you don't have hand sanitizer.
I don't think it's hard to find hand sanitizer. It seems to be everywhere since COVID.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you live too, though, what part of the world.
So I'm doing this and I'm going to mix a little white with it, so it's going to come out. And that is the glacier. Oh. And then, of course, the very last step after it dries and I get, you know, some of this stuff going here and decide, you know, hey, I like it like that. I do like it like that. Somehow the black mixed with white turned purple. I'm not trying to get lavender.
Interesting.
I mean, I like lavender. It's just not on the list. But the last step will be to add gold wax as well, to get all the feather texture, because there's a lot of it here. Oh, wait. Don't worry, I won't waste all this. I will be able to spray that later and pick it up. Oh, I love alcohol ink. I should have moved my camera down for you guys, huh? Do you guys want me
to open a window, Sharon?
Oh, no, I've got a fan, but I thought I plugged it in and it didn't work. It's okay. It'll compete with my psychedelic mushrooms. It's cool.
Oh, awesome. Happy Saturday.
Yeah. I tease, but I do grow them for microdosing. Trying to get off my antidepressants. It needs more white. I'm going to move the camera down so you guys can see what's happening here, okay? Awesome. I know I have it moved really far away because, let's see. There you go. I have it so far away because we are doing a big box, and I know you guys need to be able to see the whole thing in the plane. Okay, I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to, I don't like that it turned purple. I gotta hide that. No purple. This is a no purple project.
Where's the purple? I don't see too much.
Well,
It's
what
probably
looks
hard
like
to
gray
see.
is actually purple in person. So
Gotcha.
I don't want it to look lavender. I want to take as much of that away as I can. So I'm adding some of this blue in. To cut that purple back a little. See if I can add white now without that. Just a little bit.
Ooh.
I love alcohol ink. You guys know I reach for it quite often.
I don't use it enough.
I don't think I've ever done a project, an assemblage shrine project, without alcohol ink somewhere on it. Somewhere.
Julie says her mom had her going to school in the middle of summer with a cardigan and an umbrella just in case. Yeah, my mom was the same. We were like over prepared. So like even to this day, if I go somewhere, even if it's for a couple of hours, I have a bag with me of stuff.
Oh, I take a bag
Just
everywhere. We have a car bag. I have every road trip.
With there's got to be a bottle of fluid like water or something,
right?
And then you have maybe a face cloth, maybe if you need your inhaler, you have that.
Food. It's got
maybe
food,
a phone
like
charger, banana or snacks, something like that.
Yeah. How about a bit of this? Maybe I can tone it back with a bit of. Let's see what happens here. Just trying to get rid of the lavender. Now I could have sprayed it off, but then all the other ink I put on would be a waste. So, all right, that works. So it's got all kinds of colors in there. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a lot of variety.
Looking good.
I'll be able to spray that puddle and use it on tags or something, but so I will keep that intact. If you guys weren't here, I'd be reaching for those tags right now. So okay, I'm gonna move
it around.
Back out. And sorry about that. Back to our, there we go. Okay, I need to set this off to the side and let it dry. I'm happy with that. It needs to, boom. Pretty. Okay, let's see.
That's not good, Lexi.
Good idea with the glycerin, Julie. Yes, that would totally work, because basically what it's doing is thickening up. Although I don't know how glycerin mixes with the alcohol ink. I've never tried it. Okay, so I need to decide, do I want to put some remnants of something fun anywhere else on the frame, right? So let's give this a thought. This stuff, I haven't used it yet, and I do have all the other colors, but this is fairly new. It was like one of those free gifts I got from Temu, actually, and these are like $7 a pack. I got it for free, but wait till you see why it's so special. Hold on. Look at this. Let's see if I can get it open. Look, do you see it? Oh, it's like, it's got a patina on its own, and it's got
wow,
pattern. Isn't that beautiful?
That's awesome.
I thought it's very possible we could do just a little bit here and there on the frame, just with a little bit of glue, and then I'll seal it, maybe on some of these darker spots, here and there, just a few spots.
Gild the lily.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It looks like it's been torched, doesn't it? It looks like it's been heated. It's so beautiful. It comes in different patterns. I think I have another one coming too. But I mean, if we think about, maybe it's been there for years and it's been wearing off, or I think it's perfect. The colors are perfect. All right. So normally you would use a glue specific for this, but that is not so important. It just needs to stick to it, right? So I'm just going to use a bit of school glue, but I'm not going to use my mixture of school glue. I do have the glue that goes with it, but it's super sticky and you got to let it dry first. And no. All I'm going to do,
Just no.
I don't have patience for that. I never have patience for that. So all I'm going to do, we're doing every medium, aren't we?
Lots, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah. So let me see. I want a palette here. Here's the one we used yesterday. I'm just going to use a bit of school glue. So it's getting it to stick to it and sealing it afterwards. That's how you need to look at it. So any kind of glue will work as long as it's not too thick. Let me use a brush, my glue brush here. Oh, my glue brush has... Apparently I needed to clean it better. So I got that on there. Oh. And I'm going to just random.
So Julie Parker says hand sanitizer has glycerin in it unless you buy the one with aloe.
Oh, I bet hand sanitizer is actually made with alcohol and glycerin.
There we go.
So basically, I'm doing another version of that, but it's a little thicker.
Yes.
Yeah. So my mix probably has some glycerin in it, technically. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly... I don't need a lot of it. And good thing my fan wasn't on because I would have just forgotten it now. I'm going to try to get the lines in there. I don't really want any sharp edges, but when I brush it away, I'll have opportunities to take more away also. Because you can go at it pretty hard with the brush. Probably should.
And can you do that immediately after you place it, or do you have to wait and let it dry?
Oh, no. As soon as you place it, you can do it. And you want to do it with a dry brush. So you want to make sure that you don't have any glue that is left wet, because your dry brush won't be dry long.
Mm-hmm.
So you could give it a few minutes. Absolutely. Oh, this is so beautiful. The variety of color in there is just outstanding. I know where my glue is because I got the brown spots, basically. Just dried. Oh, it's so pretty. Good stuff.
It's going to make that frame extra special.
It's so delicate. It just tears apart easily. Now, what you seal it with needs to be crystal clear, because you don't want to cloud it with the wrong sealant. Some glues will make it cloudy. So that's an important step. Come on. You want to. Now I'm just using little pieces here. Need more glue. Let's see. So when you're putting it on, you can use a brush too, like I'm doing here. I just wasn't ready to get glue on the top yet, and it gets messy, I find that the messier the medium, the more I like it. I don't know what that is about.
We're attracted to it, I think. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Well, I used to paint more. Darn it, my daughter's calling. she never calls. So, and it's hard to pin them down. They're so busy, but I can't do it right now. I sent the kids an art package last month, like with their own art journals and stickers and 3 different kinds of markers and pretty paper that they would like. And
Oh, nice.
hold on just a sec. Haley, honey, I'm in a live stream.
Hi, Shannon.
Are you there?
Welcome.
I'll call you back. Okay. I couldn't hear them anyway. Couldn't hear her. It could be one of the grandkids calling, which is, hey, Shannon, welcome in. I hope I'm not missing a grandchild calling. At least I don't get to see them or talk to them enough. They have soccer and they have, they're so busy. But I sent them the art stuff because it's the stuff that I would be doing with them if they lived in the same state,
Right.
And it's the stuff that I did with their mom when she was little. She didn't like it. The boys were more into it than she was, but she didn't like to get her nails dirty. That's what it was about.
Oh, geez.
That might mess up my hair. It was my son that loves to cook, and he was the helper in the kitchen. So I'm just really getting a little bit more the rest of the glue here, just some smaller spots. And this is where it starts sticking to my brush.
Oh, sorry, annoying. Julie, I missed that. 1 second. So Julie says about the solution to a brush that's been dried up with glue. If you have a brush you forgot to clean the glue off, soak it in water that has Chroma Incredible Brush Cleaner. Am I saying that right?
I use Murphy's oil.
And softens the glue, and you have a nice conditioned brush.
I use Murphy's oil for everything.
I've used Murphy's oil or a little bit of Dawn detergent on my hand, and I just brush the brush back and forth. Or if I have to, I just let it soak for a few, and it usually cleans it up really nicely.
So I'm going to put this back over. We're probably going to use the rest of that up, but my glue is out. So I'm going to set this to the side real quick here. Actually, let's get that in there. Now I'm going to use a different brush. It's probably dry by now because my glue was drying as I was going along. So you want a soft brush.
Paula's going to go feed the family. And
it was
so
nice
thanks
to
for coming by.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. And I miss you guys. Sorry I'm not on Facebook anymore. I just can't. Oh, look at that. The pattern showed up there really nicely. So this is a soft brush, and I'm going to try to keep this one dry. That's the goal, at least. So I better do the ones that I know should be dry over here. So I should be doing this on another piece of paper. Let me just grab one so I can catch all the little crumbs, because those are fun, right? And then they can be recycled back into it wherever I need to get some of it off. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can see the lines. See the lines?
Oh, yeah. I know Paula uses stuff like this on her gel plate to do gel prints.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Robin McClendon do that years ago. Yeah. I think it's pretty messy. The gel plate is already messy, and I can't imagine how much more messy it becomes when you start putting gold. I wouldn't want to pick them off. That's the thing. If you have to take some off, it's like peeling an onion, man. That's like peeling an onion. It's worse, actually.
You cry more.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I have to decide. Oof, some of it in there. If I want to add more. Oh, you can see all the colors right here. Yeah, I'm going to add some more right there where I ran out of glue. And let's find those spots. Got my glue brush here to clean
Yeah,
off.
Shannon, stuff everywhere, but at least it's fun, shiny, pretty
Yeah.
stuff.
I do have one of these things that'll vacuum up any of my little crumbs too. That was a gift from a friend. It was such a nice gift. Okay.
I keep saying that too, Julie. I've had gold flakes in my Amazon shopping cart for a few months now, but I can't justify getting it yet. So one day.
Yeah, you can just make your own.
Gold
They're
flakes.
not, it's not expensive to buy these. Well, I mean, this one was more expensive because of the nature of it, but gold flakes are not expensive. You get like a lot of them too. Like when you order a set,
That's true.
I on Amazon, you can find them pretty cheap, and then you can make your own gold flakes out of that,
Well, I've just been trying to avoid purchasing
spending
on there right for the moment.
Right. Yeah, I know Amazon's we're eliminating our Amazon.
Hey, Rhonda.
Rhonda!
How are you?
It's always so nice when you guys come back and see me. Thank you. Okay, I've got wet glue there. I can't do a whole lot of much, but I'm on a second sheet here, I think. Just need to get more here. I'm kind of looking at where it's at, and that'll get dry brushed. I need more here. Remembering this is my glue brush, and I don't really want to cover up the oh gosh, it's so pretty. And every one of them in this pack looks like it looks the same. They have other patterns too. Oof.
Can I ask you a question about ordering from them?
Yeah.
How long does it take?
About 2 weeks. And if it's longer than 2 weeks, they give you a $5 credit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So if it gets held up at like in shipping or at say customs, there's a cat screaming outside. I know what she's doing.
Uh-oh. Rhonda's having a senior technical moment. She forgot to put her YouTube on half speed, and we sounded like we're on crack.
Oh. Well, I sometimes I sound like that anyway, so I get it.
Hi, Carla. How are you?
Carla, hello. I'm so glad you're all in here today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I always forget to, say that. You guys know. Push all the buttons. Just, go push all the buttons.
Don't push Sharon's buttons.
Well,
that she'll giggle more.
It's pretty hard to push my buttons, actually. I am as ADHD as I am and kind of hyper. I don't scare easily. My buttons don't get pushed easily. Boy, that's messy. And I mean, it takes so much to irritate me, honestly. You can't push
and from what we have discussed about our past, you were a bartender, right?
Yep.
For a long
That's
time.
probably why. Yeah.
That's why you were a good bartender.
Yeah. It takes a lot. I was also really good at cutting people off because I could do it in a Pollyanna. They called me Pollyanna at first. I could do it in such a Pollyanna way, bat my eyes, be sweet, be myself, because I'm like that anyway, that they would not try to attack me very often. I did have a woman try to attack me once. It was during Roundup, and she was so drunk. She just tried to crawl over the bar, but I had 3 bouncers, so it was okay.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So we're going to give this a minute to dry. We're going to take out our little thing here and decide, do we want to, I almost thought about this gold leaf to break this up, but then I thought, well, that just creates more gold. So we're going to give this a minute. It won't take long. I mean, it's on there so thin. Let's put this in water. Okay, so anything else I need to do to this? Remember, it's probably going to get some trim in some of the spots. Maybe. We'll see. Most likely. but I think this is about ready to put down, so we can start doing what goes here. Remember, all those layers add depth, so some of this will get covered up, and that's fine. We've got
Sharon,
yes. Go ahead.
Julie would like to know if you bought the frame, if you bought that frame as, what do you call them, box frame?
No, it was actually a piece of artwork that I had in my kitchen for like 20 years. It had a piece of glass, which I probably should have preserved the piece of glass, but it had like, I don't know, it had like a topiary in it, and I took it out. I was like, you know, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of looking at this. We're done with this. No more of this. So I took it out.
This is much better than a topiary.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I have a spot for her around my fireplace too. You know, it's like a gallery in my living room right now, and someday I will go downtown and get myself a little gallery opening, and I have enough stuff. So we're going to be using one of these, of course.
I better be on your VIP list for that opening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I was kind of thinking I might use some of these. But we'll see where in a minute. After we get this glued in, we'll get to that stage then. Let's see, am I missing anything else? We got our bird drawing over here. I think we can glue her down. I think it's time after I can brush this stuff away. Ooh, still dry or still wet. I probably should seal it first though. Think about it. If I, you know,
the frame or
anything I need to do this, probably seal this. I have to be careful when I seal it because the paper, she is from an old book, and that paper is pretty thin, and I would love to get a clear coat on her without damaging the image, you know.
Sharon, Shannon would like to know if this is usually the time you go live.
Yes, it's usually the first and third Saturday of each month. This is a special event, and I did it yesterday too, because this is the kind of thing I love to make, but I have never made one of these on camera because there's so many fussy details and so much digging that goes on. I've just planned ahead a little bit more, and I am working intuitively, so I'm letting the piece guide me along. But I will be live again because next Saturday is the first Saturday of the month. So I will be live then. And I've been trying to throw in some extra Fridays. Right now we need it for our nervous system. So that's the goal, you know, at least. I've never done one of these on camera though, guys. You guys have, I mean, I've shared them. I've had in HOP videos or collaborations, I've showed these projects at the end, but I've never gone through the deciding, you know, stages with you guys. See the lines there? Can you, let's see if we can see them. See the lines there from that gold? Oh, there we go. There we go. That is so cool.
Nice touch. It
is so cool. Okay, so I'm just getting the excess off here. Yeah, I hope you'll join us again, Shannon. We do a lot of other things too, but these are my favorite projects, the ones that are all over my fireplace, really. But we do smaller ones usually for the live streams or books, art books of some sort. Okay, so I'm gonna not save that because it's not enough to save. And now I have it all over my desk. I'm gonna blow. That was fun. Okay. So anything else? The reason we did this separately is so that we could do all this work to it, which is harder to do once it's in the box. But I think the bulk of it is done. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off because they just don't even show and it doesn't matter. So they kind of blend in with the alcohol ink stuff that we did on the inside of the frame. So I do want a little bit of ink for the end of those because they're white.
So Shannon goes live on YouTube Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
What's that?
Shannon Art Junkie here in the chat. She
Oh,
goes. She does live stream Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
okay. What kind of projects are you working on right now? What have you been up to? I always like to hear everybody's tips for their mixed media. I think that is like the best like information that you can get, because everybody has a different way of doing things, and it's nice to hear all of those ways, you know? Like the Elmer's glue for the gold. No problem. No. Still need a good dry brush here. Okay. This one is nice and soft. To get the rest of the excess off here.
Yeah, I've got, I think it was 30 days in March or 31. I have like 3 more days to go, Shannon, on my mixed media March thing, but I probably do those. I'll do them all tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to glue her down. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. I'm just making sure that all of this is the way it almost needs to be, or is nearly finished for all of the fussy stuff. And she's going down. You're going down now. Okay. I'm going to use my soft gel medium for this. And I'm probably going to have to, like, normally I would take some time and put maybe some weights in the bottom, rocks, marbles, something, and let it dry. But we're just going to be moving right on. You know what? You know what I can do to make it quick? Remember that hot glue gun with the good industrial glue I have? I'm going to use it. There we go. That's a good idea. Figuring out what kind of glue to use is always the big deal, really, with this kind of stuff, because you want it to hold. Okay, I've got this. Got to reach across here, guys. Sorry. I'm sure you can see my head. I dyed my hair fuchsia. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't think you guys have seen it.
Fuchsia, nice.
It is fuchsia, yeah.
Mine is natural. Oh, natural.
I had so much hair dye left though, because usually my hair was so long, and when I cut all that hair off, like 16 inches recently, I was really good at making one bottle last for work on my whole head. Most people would have needed 2, but I was really good at using that dye and getting one bottle in, you know, and cutting it off. Suddenly I had this half a bottle of dye that I didn't know what to do. And I was like, honey, do you want pink hair? And I'm looking at my dog, and his hair's too short. Cat wouldn't let me. There's no way.
Poor dog.
Yeah, who wants pink hair? Anybody want pink hair? Do it quick, you know, because this bottle isn't going to last much longer.
I got to use it up.
Okay, so I'm going to use this, but in the meantime, let me decide what kind of glue I'm going to use to seal my thing here. I don't want it to be shiny. We're back to the glue thing again. I think if I had
$1 million,
maybe I do want it shiny. You know what I haven't done? That I was going to do on camera? My old English. Because it's going to bring all this out and make it richer.
Yes.
It's time. It is time.
Let's get old English up in here.
Just use a dirty paper towel. This is my favorite part, when I get to the end and I get to start bringing out, you know, like detail. So before I seal it, and I'm going to go real lightly at first to see. I don't want to scrub off the gold. Oh, I might have to put it on with a brush so I don't scrub off my gold, and then carefully dry brush. I don't know. Yeah.
Does that dry pretty quickly?
Yes, it dries immediately. But this should make the crackles stick out like from the paint. So we're gonna go this way. I should have done this before I put the gold on. But now the gold is really shining though over there because you can, I mean, the contrast is bigger.
Yes.
You see the difference? I don't know. Is my light too bright? It might be too bright. It doesn't turn down anymore.
Yeah, Julie says because they're talking about the mixed media challenge for the month that Carrie Griffiths is hosting, and Lexi, is wondering what we're going to do after. Julie says I should have a year to devote myself to finishing all the uncompleted projects. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Diane is doing right now. I should have sent her a link. She's been coming. Diane Goodall in Australia.
Yes.
She's been doing on Thursday nights, showing how to use your products or how to use up things that people don't know what to do with, or that kind of use your stash. And I know she has some videos I need to go watch. I haven't had a lot of time to watch videos lately. I've been concentrating on, there's just so much going on, but
I think she's also doing she does live sales.
Is she doing that now? Person? Well, she asked me if I wanted to do a Thursday night with her, and I think that would be fun.
There's a few Australian streamers that I'm like, okay, wait, I get them confused.
Diane used to be in Makers with us, so
no, she still goes to the streams once in a while. But yeah, I've seen her but she live streams when I'm either sleeping or doing something else.
Yeah, different time.
So sometimes I go back and I watch them.
There we go. That is a huge difference. The gold stands out more. The colors blend together better. It's so good. I think it's too bright on the camera field from what I see when I hold it up. I don't know if you guys can see all that. So I'm going to use what's left here. Now, should I do the inside? No, I'm going to do this. There was a bunch left on the cap that I need to use up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This needs painted still. Usually I would reserve this for last, but I mean, I have a feeling I'll be using this like a shelf too. So I do need to finish it off.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, do you know what you're putting on there, or have you not decided yet?
I haven't decided yet. I let the project guide me, so that's what it's about. I'm just going around the outside edges. This is industrial, so hopefully it won't be dry by the time I'm there. All right. So this is like good glue. This is the bomb glue. All right. Let's see. Put some heavy things in here. That's heavy. Let's see. This is heavy. This is heavy. All right, let's check on our bird, shall we? Still sitting in a puddle, of course. So I'm going to take a little gold wax on my finger because, my hands aren't messy enough. You know how it goes. I'm going to leave this plugged in because we're probably going to need it. Just for time's sake, because we're doing this live. I would probably use a different kind of glue that is long drying, like E6000 or, something like that. Just bringing out the details here.
Maybe next Friday, we might go Friday evening, have some Chinese food with them and hang out with the girls.
Yeah, why not?
But I'm up to my. I'm gonna hit that.
Okay, so here's our bird. can see all that. He's got the colors that he needs to have that match with the sort of turquoise. And then we've got the royal blue this time, which that's something I don't do very often. I'm going to go ahead and try off.
That looks very nice.
It does look really good. I'm
Very
happy with that. I'm really happy with it. There's a lot of detail in the feathers, and I really love the body, the detail that pops out here. It's nice. That's that mold was a winner. Seriously. It's a big one with all the birds in it. And I think it's the best mold I have, actually, out of all of them. All right. We did heavy stuff. Now I've got to glue this down. And this is out, so I'm just going to use it. I don't want it to stick out, though. So I'm going to flatten it. There we go. And this side, we've got the button card. Now I need to trim the inside of it. Ow, burn myself. Burn myself. If you don't have a cordless hot glue gun and some good industrial glue, you definitely, I mean, you should. You should have that in your stash because it's pretty amazing.
All right, a couple things, Sharon. Julie says Diane just posted something about finding real copper sheets with adhesive that sticks when you heat it up, embossed and inked.
I'm trying to figure that out.
I know, right?
I'm going to have some time to think about. That's a lot of words. Like how that works. Yeah.
Shannon would like to know what you use in your molds.
Okay. I use two different things. I use like this one is resin, but I also use clay. I use the flex form clay, and the reason, so I'll do two. I did two sets. I did one with flex form and I did one with resin. So this one, because it's sticking off of here, I don't want to use the flex form. Flex form or form flex, I'm sorry, is like this, and that is a person, a local company. Not local. It's a small company. It's a husband and wife. I met her on Facebook. She saw that I use this kind of stuff, and she said, "Will you try our product?" So she sent me a sample pack, and it's amazing stuff. It is such a joy to work with. It is like cookie dough. It's got the texture of cookie dough, like a soft cookie dough, it's so good. So good. It really feels nice when you're messing with it. And then you press it all in one piece. And if you go back and watch, you can see me make some of these live where you use one piece and then you put it in the freezer. Let's see, put it in the freezer to pop it out and let it dry after that. So it's just really nice stuff, and it dries so you can bend it around stuff, which is really cool, I think. I thought about putting one of these on her because she's got the key and she's got her castle here, but they're all too big. Anyway, that was my little, okay. So go to formflex.com, formflexcompound.com. And I always mix up the words flex form for, I think it's formflex. Anyway, she's very nice lady. I need to seal this frame first. I got to figure that out. Okay. I'm going to use la da dee da 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 da. I really don't want to use glossy accents, but I need something thin like that. So I'm just going to go to this because it's going to dry clear. If you have Mod Podge, that is nice for this. It will seal it, get the not glossy or the matte stuff. Don't put matte on gold though. You make sure it's neutral. Because it'll matte out your gold. It won't work anymore. It won't be gold. It'll be a color after that.
Yeah. And then you just wasted all that work.
Oh, and it is, it's rewarding work, but once it's stuck to all your fingers, it's time to stop. Right?
That's when you know.
So I'm just gently going over it. I don't want to take it off. Gentle, kind of making sure that I don't have too much. Gently. Oh, that's so pretty. See those lines there? Ah, I don't think it's showing up on camera as well as it shows up in person. Pretty sure it's not the same. I'll have to try to capture it in pictures. Honestly, the kind of work I do even is hard to capture in pictures, like the feeling of it, because everything is very textured and layered and there's so much detail. It is really hard to capture it all on camera. They're definitely in-person pieces that you want to touch. Okay, so I'm not going to do the outside edge yet because that I still could be putting something on it. I might stick something off the edges here. Or a pointed top, I was thinking would be cool if I gave it like an arch. I could do that. Could totally do that. You don't have to stay within the frame, guys. And I often do not stay within that frame. I like it when things are popping out of frames or, you know, kind of bleeding out.
And Carla would like to say, thanks, Sharon. I'd thought about trying Fimo leather effects to try to make something flexible.
Oh, yeah.
I dropped the link to the FormFlex compound in the chat.
Oh, good. That stuff is really so nice to work with. I just can't say enough about the texture of it. And you don't have to knead it a bunch. You just use it right out of the package. And it stayed soft. I've had it for 8 months, something like that. And it's still soft in the package. So she did send me 2 packages. They also sell, let me grab one of them. They sell, if you don't have all the molds, you don't need them. You can actually go and buy pieces like she sent me this. Like this. She has these on her website for sale. Made with this, you know, and it's flexible, made with her compound and lots of trim pieces. And she sent me a bunch of these sort of things from her website.
Very nice.
Yeah, it really was nice.
And they take acrylic paint and anything like that?
Yep. And alcohol ink and whatever you want to throw at it, you know. Okay, so I'm going to add my bird. And I want my bird to hang off kind of on all sides, I think, right there. So I'm going to do it this way. Look at it steaming. Oh, I did it bad. I did a bad thing. Now I need to clean it up before it dries.
Did you dribble glue?
No, I put too much glue on.
Oh.
That's okay. I will peel it off when it's done. It's pretty thick. Yeah. But it will come off if I peel it. I'm going to have to That's the thing about hot glue. We don't...
You got to be careful, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to put it on the back of him where... There we go. You got to kind of get it when it's still wet with the industrial glue. Or a little warm. Okay. The rest of it I can use a heat tool on and it'll just evaporate. These little bits. There we go. When I heard about the heat tool for all of the hot glue strings, I was like, oh my God, why have I never thought of that? That's so amazing. What?
The strings are everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't use hot glue it's not a crafting tool for me. It's a means to an end when we're trying to do something fast. Or see, it won't even come off my fingernail. That's industrial.
Oh, jeez.
You can use Gorilla Glue. Mm-hmm. Gorilla Glue sticks are really good. Oh my gosh. Come on.
How about the silicone glue you were using yesterday?
That would work. That would work.
Fabri-Tac.
But I also really like the heavy gel matte for big things too. I usually try to use the soft or the heavy golden gel medium, or any sort of heavier glue. You can use molding paste as well. Some people use tacky glue, I know, but you know, your glue should be as heavy as what you're gluing. So, oh, I totally missed a spot. And you know, oh, come on. Gotta peel it while it's, there we go. So anytime something like that happens, if I can't get all that off, I see that as an opportunity. That's a piece that's missing. And maybe that's where I go in with this stuff. And I use it like glitter almost. Or I can use sand.
Oh, yeah.
But I've got this stuff here. And it's like glass pieces. And I mean, it's not beads. They're little balls. And I think those would be beautiful around that.
Oh.
So, you know, that's an opportunity. That would be something last because they'll be falling off while we're playing.
Yeah.
So now I need to decide here and the trim, right? I'm going to get this little bag of stuff out here that I had out and see if there's anything in here that I want to use for the trim or if it's going to be too big even. So let's see. This stuff is kind of pewter. I'm not seeing it. I might have to rethink the trim bit and like give it some thought and do some digging to do around these edges here. So that might be an off-camera thing because I think this is too wide. It's too wide to put this way. It covers up too much. I'm getting my hand on the wet glue on the frame. So that covers up too much there. I don't like it. So that's wider than we want it. And the stuff with the sequins, I decided I wasn't using. Oof. I haven't used any of this stuff. I would love to use some of this somewhere on here. Even if it's... I love this stuff. Gotta find a good spot for it. Okay, so that trim is out. That'll be something I think about. I've got my tin right here. Tin Oh Goodies. I think these came out of a bouquet. And I've had them in a vase with a dried rose down in my laundry room in the window. And I've spray painted over them. I've used them like on things, you know, as a kind of a stencil or a mask, you know. So they're gold, but they're really strong. And I really am kind of thinking they go inside of something like this. Somewhere in here. And I can trim them down too. But I really like those. We want our horse that's probably going to get some paint. Let's see. I want to put him on something. This is going to be hard for you guys to see. I'm so
Sharon?
sorry. Yes.
Julie says this is making her think of shabby chic, which I love, with a bit more color than the traditional shabby chic.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Grungy.
cool. This is grungy chic. Yeah. So I want to raise the horse up a bit. Most likely because I'm going to use some of this stuff. I have a bunch of different styles of this stuff. I like the one that's kind of got more edge on the front. Hold on, let me grab it. And what I would do is either wrap it around the frame or I kind of have an idea with the nails. Just a sec, guys. I really like this one and this one. This one's already painted for me, but it's too big, I think. So kind of liking this stuff. I had a piece of it out, but it was too short. And I really like it like a little fence right here. And I have an idea about how to treat the ends and how to connect it. And I probably want it like this long. This stuff you can use a tin snip. You just bend it back and forth. Come on.
Love that.
This stuff is so cool. And it actually has a name. It is called gallery wire, which is weird. I don't know why. Because it's used to frame things, perhaps.
Maybe. Hi, Mariah.
But it's weird that it's called gallery wire. Mariah, hello. How are you?
Welcome to the fun.
Yeah, we're doing an assemblage, which is not something I normally do on camera. I just share them. So I'm going to put it there. And I was
Hi,
thinking,
Susan. How are you?
hello, Susan.
That is me, Mariah.
Sure is. Kylie had a party to go to today with her neighbor. So I'm going to get my pliers out here. I got that. Let's see.
Yeah, we hope Kylie's having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, she probably is. So I'm going to take this little bit off. What I'm doing is kind of clearing the end of this because I want to turn it in. So it's not a sharp piece and so it looks finished. Yeah, we've been talking about collaborations.
Yeah, Mariah, I'm like a bad roomer. I get around.
He gets around and round and round and round.
Hey, Mo. Look at everybody coming in.
Mo, I figured out how to make Eddie a mod.
She told me.
I'm sorry. I gave him, he's a tool now. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a tool. So I want to bend this in. I kind of took the stuff off that end so I could do that. This stuff is not very expensive, guys. I mean, if you go to the right place, it's not. You can find it online. It's listed as gallery wire. So I'm going to bend this one in. Then I don't have any sharp edges. Let me see the length here.
Nice.
Let's see.
While I have your attention, don't forget to hit that like button, guys.
Oh, you're so good.
Show Sharon some love. She's been working hard on this piece for the last couple of days.
I've been doing all my digging off camera. So lucky you guys. So I'm going to have to change the color of this, and that is okay. Putting it right in that groove, lining it up, and I'll nail this down off camera, but that will be like that.
Oh, it's Mother's Day in the UK tomorrow.
Is it?
And Mo is full of cake.
I want cake.
Better than the usual stuff, Mo.
Share the cake. Share. Share some cake. Would have been good up here too, but I put the bird in. Let's see. Oh, maybe we want it up top instead. There is room to get under the wing there.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I'm gonna use like furniture tacks. And like let the head of the tack show. So let's change this color real quick. Now I could use alcohol ink, I can use wax. And I want to build my horse up. He's got to sit on something. He needs to be on something because he's not tall enough. So let's see. I've got this. And because I've got so much black and white in here, I think it would be fun to have him up on that. This is glass though, so I'm hoping that my glue sticks. Let's see. So he would be like this. One thing I do when I use these is fill them. Because otherwise your glue just, doesn't have anything to stick to. It makes them warm. There we go. Make sure it's straight before it dries. And then after he dries, I'll paint him. But I think that's pretty cool. It probably needs a base. And a base can be anything, really. I mean, something flat, bottle cap or whatever to go underneath. Let's see. Oh, this is what our flowers should go in. That's an antique Antique bottle. We know we use
Mo is still on Sharon getting nailed after her stream, not on camera. Is there something she should know?
What? Getting nailed after her stream, not again. Oh, got it. Gotcha.
I think Mo has had a little more than cake today.
Yeah, I'll have some of that. Hand it over.
Mariah says gallery wire is a very fancy bezel wire, generally soldered. Basically, it's used by silver and goldsmiths to set cabochon.
Right, but then they call this stuff gallery wire, and I think it's crazy that they do. Maybe because they don't have another name for it. It's a metal or a tin trim, basically what it is.
Tin trim sounds a lot better.
It does. But I've ordered it online and had to look it up under gallery wire. So I'm looking for a base. It's got to be a little wider than this. Kind of making a platform. So let me find it here. Got a tin of just junk, and this is where this stuff comes in. Oh. So it's just like junky stuff. It's like ugly earrings and a wine cap. Let's see. Nope. Need it to be flat on both sides, really.
I think Julie's already shopping for her wire.
Who is?
She's Julie. She says, hey, you can get it in copper as well.
Oh, did you find it in copper? Ooh. See, I want it to be not matchy with that. I kind of wish it was a wood piece or a bottle cap. Wider. And I remember that I can change the color of anything. So, you know, I don't see it as the item that it is. It's the shape that I'm after really here. There's the other tin. So now you've seen in both of them. And they just have junk. And once in a while you need one of these. And you can make it look like rust or, you know, it's just a plastic cap. I mean, that would work. I'll know when I see it, right? You know, I could just make him really tall. Come on, where are you at? Well, that's going to take some more digging, I think. If I don't find it in these two, it's in my organized boxes and bits on the other side. These are the ones that are not organized because it's just junk. That's okay. So I know I want to use one of these. Make sure there's room here. Oh, we're going to put this in the top anyway. This will go here, and then I can hang something on it. And I have a rosary I'm going to hang on it, but I took the cross off. And I put on a little letter. And I'm going to have to grunge this up because I also shortened it. It's silver. It's, you know, and or it may hang here. Not sure yet on that. Just working intuitively, guys. Mm-hmm. You know.
They're having some fun jewel chat in the chat. Oh,
good. So I'm going to try to use the wax on here and see if I can. I just need to kind of change the color. Just a little bit. It just can't be such shiny silver. And I don't need it even.
What color is this? Is it gold?
This is just the gold. This is the standard rub and buff. It's European gold. And then I might even come in with a little bit of this. I haven't used these a whole lot. I have two colors. But here's what happens. I start with this, and then I end up getting paint on. I go into paint and like putting some of that on my finger instead.
Julie says she may have a couple of dyes that would work if I made it look like metal. Yeah.
Dyes? What are you talking about?
Probably through an embossing machine.
Oh, yeah. That's so much fun to do that.
Because you do that with the coffee lids, like those, like
I do. Yep.
that
Yep.
foil that comes on the coffee can.
Yep. Okay. So that's enough change on that, I think. And those will get the nails. So that's something I will wait to do after, of course. So I'll probably end up, depends on how far we get today. How much time do we have? We've already gone this long. We've got 15 minutes. Probably go for another half an hour. We'll see how far we get. Otherwise, we'll do a finish up on the next Saturday. Our next actual Saturday. I'm in the zone.
You are in the zone. You're just like,
okay. So I use
going
all the time. They're covered in lead paint. I love them. Don't chew on them though. Don't eat it. It's lead paint.
Yeah. Disclaimer: don't eat the lead paint.
But I love all the layers of paint that are on these, and they are like brass or copper.
Those are great. Are those window things?
Yeah, there's some sort of a latch, or I think they were for curtain rods. I think that's
one or the other. I recognize those.
So I use these all the time, and I put them in places like this. Like I have put, like when I did the mermaid for my sister, I put a giant pearl right here, and it held a pearl.
Like a shelf, nice.
Yeah, really. And or you can put it either way. I think I like it like this. It's gonna go like that. And it'll be something to either hang the necklaces from. I'm gonna have to really grunge this up. It's too silver and pristine. Anybody got any old rosaries? You can send them my way because I take them apart. I love that they're on wires. I'm running out of rosary. This is my last one.
Mine were taken away from me.
Yeah, I take. Oh, did angels come and steal them in the night?
No. The conclave.
Ask what is that about?
I don't know.
Lead. I missed it. Don't lick it. Yeah.
Yeah, the lead.
Okay. Anyway, digressing.
Julie, lead is very dangerous for your health. Although those in my generation, Sharon's generation, Mariah's generation,
pretty sure I chewed on the windowsills as a kid. Yeah.
We grew up eating lead paint, and we turned out just fine.
So if I can get this open, I can. Yay! This is so old, and part of the label is still on it. Now, if I did this, I would maybe strip down. Let's see. Decide if that goes in there somewhere. I do like it a lot. I really like these. So,
that reminds me of is, when you go to a thrift store and they have like little salt and pepper shakers, the glass ones.
Yeah.
That's perfect for that.
I think this was, I can see an R right there. It was something for your medicine cabinet. Or some beauty. I think it was medicine cabinet. So I'm seeing this like right here, maybe on her elbow. The horse is going to have something else on his base, remember? And I will find that. But I need to make him not the same height. I'm going to make him taller so his head's kind of around here and turn him in. But should we rust him on camera?
Yes.
Let's do that.
And Julie says her dad was a carpenter, had big lumps of lead we used to play with.
Well, I told
Julie,
you
you've explained a lot there.
Yeah. I told you all about the mercury that my mom gave me on a spoon once to play with.
Why?
Well, she had a thermometer break and the mercury was it beads up.
Right. And she just said, hey, I'm going to give it to my
And it was like, so she put it in a spoon and handed it to me and said, go play outside.
And we survived.
This is akin to laying in the back window of the car and still driving. So while it's going 80 miles down the road, just lay it in the back window. It's cool. I'm looking at the sky. It's cool. So this I'll do off camera because I've got to get out my drill. This I'll do off camera. We're rusting him right now. I'm going to have to do something with this lid because I want it with the bottle for some reason. I'll figure it out. Let me set this off.
Susan, you're right. Susan says, bless our parents' hearts. They tried.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. They did not know. They did not know. I swear.
they knew a lot more than the ones these days, let me tell you.
No, because we played on merry-go-rounds and laid in the back window of the car and played with mercury and spoons and chewed on lead windowsills. It's amazing we're alive. They had no idea what they were doing. Honestly.
Cars where they cut out the safety belts.
Give me just a second.
Because they got in the way.
Because I've got to get his base on there before I rust him. So I know where I'm going here, guys. Hold on. Oh, let me grab it. Eddie, tap dance?
Okay, I'll vamp.
You'll dance?
Izzy got hit in the head by the safe merry-go-round. See? But she'll survive. Oh, poor
Barely,
girl.
but yeah. Bell, I've got, let's see. I'm looking on my cart over here that's got all my weird stuff on it.
Mariah, yeah, I'm sure she'll be good. There's a lot of hard heads in that family, I believe. I can say that because my family's full of hard heads.
Hard heads? Yeah.
Hard heads.
Absolutely. Okay. We'll try
You did. And Shannon, we were gone for hours, We didn't have a phone. Nobody could text us or say, hey, where are you?
We just kind of went inside.
We had little adventures and made up our own games. It was great.
So I don't like that either. So I'm going to go ahead and rust him, I guess. Just do it. So I've got my white sand. Thank you, Tracy. I've also got orange sand back here. Oh my gosh. Let me grab it. Sorry about my head in the, got this stuff, the yellow. The orange is further back. We'll use this one for this. And I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun because I don't need it plugged in. This industrial jobby. I do need a palette again. And let's see, we're going to first of all paint him brown. And then while he's drying, we will start mixing our paint. Where's my brown? I've got this color. We need some yellow. Got this yellow, very little yellow, by the way, very little yellow. And then brown over here. So those are the colors that actually will make up your rust. Am I out of brown? Where's my brown? Oh, I have this brown. Okay. I have a brown here somewhere, a big tube. I don't know where it's at. So I'm going to use the little one. That's fine. So this is going to be my rust palette now. When I'm done with this, it's going to be awesome. I'll have to sew it into a book. Okay, I need a stiffer brush to get in all the little places, and it doesn't have to be big because this is a small thing. And I don't really want to get the bead. And then I'm going to take my red paint, which red is really the main color of rust. It will make up the bulk of it. He already looks great. Let's set him right here to dry. And this is raw sienna. Oh, look at that paint booger. Paint boogers. So I'm going to put that out. I probably will have enough rust here to do a few things, so I'll look at it and see what else I want to rust. This came from the top of a mountain, and the whole mountain was covered with this. There were red patches and yellow patches, and we have no idea, because the dirt is not this color here. No idea how it's like this, or what made it this color. It doesn't match anything around it. It's so crazy. In the pine forests that have been cleared, some of them. And then we're going to put a little yellow on the side. Now, most of this I'll do finger painting. And it does not matter if your paint is wet still. So mix that in. A little on the side. Get a little on the side there, guys. Now I have sand in my brush. Dinge that up. Okay. Now I'm going to start dabbing this on. And it's going to add texture from the...
Mariah says that looks like some Oklahoma dirt.
Yeah, that's the good red stuff. Yeah. And he'll get several layers. I do a bunch of wax on, wax off with this kind of when I rust something, because then I'll...
Wait, like karate?
You know, kind of, yeah. Wax on, wax off. That's that's the joke about it, because I'm always like, oh, and a little bit more over here and a little bit more over there. So I want to create spots where it's really corroded, and when things corrode that have a lot of detail, often they will grow and they will be like a conglomeration of, you know, whatever's around it. So I'm gonna give him some lumps here, make him lumpy.
Some lovely humps and lumps.
Some lovely little, my hump, my lovely lady bumps. Check it out.
All right. Carla says, speaking of childhood poisons, she used to fight her brother for the red dyed number 3 M&Ms.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. I actually haven't kept up with the whole red dye thing. I mean, I don't eat a lot of red dyed things, and I don't know. I used to trust the FDA to, you know, kind of keep that stuff out of our food, but I don't trust them anymore. So, you know,
It's all coming back now.
Yeah. Lead paint will be back in a minute. So,
do you remember what was that stuff they used to put in potato chips? They tried it for a while. The Olean.
Oh, the stuff that made you go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I think they're still doing that, aren't they?
Are they? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have. I don't eat that. I don't know.
Maybe they'll bring back Tab.
Snacks. The kind of snacks I like are usually like coconut.
Oh, Lestra. There you go. That's what it is. Thanks, Lexi.
Sesame snaps. I love those. Coconut rolls. I love those.
Coconut rolls, yeah.
Oh, so good. They're so expensive. Why are they so expensive now? Used to get them cheaper. Now they're like $7. I don't know what happened. Need some.
It's the inflation, and I tell you what, I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna go further.
Yeah. No, you can on my channel. You absolutely can. You can show all the disdain you want, because I think your vibe attracts your tribe, and we have gathered such a beautiful tribe of people here, and we all think alike. And generally you'll find that artists are going to lean more blue than red, because they're around other artists, and you know, that just happens, right? They're more likely to go to a drag show. They're more likely to go to an art opening. They're more likely to, you know, be around people that are different than they are. Carla, hello. So, I mean, I don't mind that, Eddie. You're allowed to speak your mind here. That's fine. While I'm at it, I'm going to grunge up my pearls. I'm going to grunge up I don't need to get a lot on it. I just probably need to use my fingers here, kind of grunge this up, kind of getting the chain in the middle. Want to make it look gold. I don't mind a little sand on there, but I don't want it to look painted. There's a difference. Sometimes I have to walk away and come back and look at it to see, does it look painted or does it look old? And usually I'm tickled with the way they turn out, but when you're in the moment and you're seeing what you've made, you know it's paint. So it's hard to see it, you know. All right, let's see. Then I can wipe it back off the pearl.
So,
easier.
oh, nice.
Just grunging it up. I probably should put a little alcohol ink on it too. Because this is a silver chain, I want it to look really old. That's what I'm after here.
Mariah says that India ink works well to tone down the shiny things on things
I
like that.
don't have any. Well, I do. Well, I have this stuff, but it's all in not that one. I have this stuff, but it's all in such primary colors. I've not used it yet because I need to like mix some up because I just don't use primary colors, so I'm not seeing it the same.
Right.
You know? So kind of got it on the chain. I'm kind of wiping it back off the pearls, and rust would leak out onto your pearls eventually. So it's okay if it's on some of them.
Mo wants to know if that chain is for the lady to clutch her pearls.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
It's to catch you sinner.
You know, she is a hero. And in the end, I usually find when I do a project like this, everything will tell a story. It'll all come together. And even if I don't realize I'm doing it at the time, every piece that I add to it becomes very significant to the story.
Well, you're doing it subconsciously. You know.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's more like, and I work intuitively when I do projects like this. I will kind of have an idea of what I'm planning on seeing at the end, like a couple of the elements, but I have no idea how it's going to come out. I haven't planned that far ahead, and I just let each part tell me, you know. Which, you know, I always like my results better if I do that. I get more joy out of creating it if I do that.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. I could also probably put a little bit of this. I made this one myself, but it is graphite, the kind that you put in, a locksmith would put in a lock. I'd probably just rub it on too, but I think if I kind of pile this up and put some graphite on it, it would grunge it up a little bit more. I could probably do a bit of spray and get a bit more on there. Tea dye. But think about your mediums in an unexpected way. Like I use embossing powder in weird ways. I mean, if you really think about your mediums, ooh, look at that now. Oh. It's good. It's good. But don't use them in their traditional ways. Think of them as, okay, a color. It's just a color, you know, and where do you want that color to go? Or you need this color. What do I have that's in that shade? You know, is it paint? Is it ink? Is it wax? You know, embossing powder? Oh,
I think that's the tough part for me is like, I always want to go to that the obvious thing.
Uh-huh.
And I got to pull back and go, wait, but what else do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what else can you do?
That's how I end up with these crazy weird projects. Also, while I'm at it, I have this here, so I'm going to go ahead and wax. This is a checker piece, and I use these a lot on corners, and I like the texture or the swirl in the middle. That is always significant to a portal or to everlasting life or to the wheel of time. I mean, it means a lot, really, when you have that sort of design. Anything else I need to rust on the frame, perhaps? Let's see. Let's pull this out, our little wire.
Mo says the last time she saw the lady, she was sitting over the old courthouse, which is a shop in front of Glastonbury, or it's a shop front in Glastonbury.
Lady.
So pearl clutching by the female power is awesome.
Absolutely. We're allowed to, you know, and it's also the fact that it's a rosary that I've shortened and took the cross off and added something else. It's a little male, a little love note at the end.
She went all bobbit on that is what she's trying to say.
Bobbit, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lexis of the world probably don't know what we're talking about. I think she's probably too young, but most of us get that.
Google it. It's a fun
we don't
story.
want to say that.
It's a fun story.
Don't make us say that one. Okay, so resting this up a little bit. Going with what we already have going on over there. Just kind of spreading it out here and there. And I want to get a little bit of the yellow on there, kind of, in places. Lots of different color there going on. So we're going to let that dry. I don't know where. Our horse won't be dry for a while. Anything else I want to rust on here? This is the time. This is the time we dance. I don't know where that came from.
I know.
Maybe this goes underneath my horse. The checker piece. Maybe that goes under my horse.
Huh?
You know, like, yep, that's it. I'm losing my spiral, but that's okay. I have other pieces and it's fine. Okay, anything else here that I can see that I want to rust? Should I rust her key? No. Nope. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wash my brush.
Poor Lexi. Lexi says, bobbit worms? That doesn't seem right.
No, that's not it at all.
Close,
go ahead,
but
go
no
ahead, Google that, girl. Yeah, I knew you'd be lost. Lexi, when you look up Lorena Bobbitt.
Wait, why is Lexi? Wait, is Lexi like a lot younger than we are?
Lexi's really young. Yeah, she doesn't know that story. Spiral tattoo. Yeah. You don't want this information. Yeah, you it's something we shouldn't probably say on, with a man present, especially. Because
look, I thought it was hilarious at the time, and I still think it's hilarious.
Do ya?
Yes.
So this is here. So I'm just going to clean up this puddle and grunge up my frame a little more. I think this is looking amazing. I love the frame. Love it. I might see if I have a different little jar that doesn't have a lid, because this one happens to have its lid, which is kind of special. Usually they lost their lid when they're old like this. I like that there's some label peeling left there. Label peeling, like it's a banana peel. Some label peel. Okay, here I'm going to do some of these glass beads around the bird.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle, hello. Okay, what did I have on here? So I've got all these big brushes around. And I'm like, does it have glue or paint on it? What's on that? Okay, I probably should put that in water. We're drying these things. This is in my way now. I'm moving it over here. Okay. It's so funny. I talk about all the variety of crap I have on my desk when I do a project like this, and it really is a variety. I have everything from jewelry pliers to hardware, paint, hot glue, old English, sand. Got to have some sand.
You run the gamut today, for real.
Oh, yeah. That's generally how I, when I think outside the box, that's how I go about doing that. Okay, so we've got our blue here. I'm going to just kind of move these things off to the side. If I get anything on them, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use a little bit of glossy accents here. Need a pen. It always needs poked. And I'm going to use these glass beads kind of like glitter. Kind of like a fancy glass glitter. Oh, don't put the lid back on, right?
Carla, I don't think she cared.
What's that?
Carla says, how drunk did the man have to be? Was he unconscious? I don't remember.
He was not unconscious. I don't remember. She probably got him into bed when she did it. I can't remember.
Come here. I got something for you.
Yeah, probably something like that. I mean, that's how I would do it. Right? Okay, so I'm just kind of spreading this around because we need one more fun thing on this frame, right? And I'm going to let it kind of be here and there around. Kind of like, how salmon have millions of eggs? Well, this bird clearly has millions of salmon eggs. Okay, need a piece of paper. So I'm going to use this like I would use glitter or like I would use embossing powder.
Exactly, Mariah. Move quick, no hesitation. Clean slice.
It does look like caviar. Quite.
But not the kind of caviar you want to eat.
No. It's really pretty.
It is. I like the color.
Yeah, it goes with what we're doing here too. And I got this for free, or I got this in a lot, a craft lot that I bought, or an art lot that I bought a long time ago. And it was already in this container. And I don't know how this stuff is sold. I need to put more right there. Not really sure how glass beads, I don't know.
I think we broke Lexi.
Did we break her? Oh, I'm so sorry, Lexi. Yes, you are our friend, and I'm sorry you have that information now too.
I think she says, I think I need a blanket and some hot cocoa after that.
Yeah, it was some nasty business. You know, I'm going to just use the other side. Do this. Do it this way.
I don't know. See, with me is if it's in my head, it
has to be in yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have it too.
Yep.
You must. So I'm letting it kind of hang down the frame, but I don't want to cover it all, you know? Boy, that stuff's pretty, isn't it? Oof. And then let's see, I'm going to need something on the other corner of the frame after I get the goodies inside of it. So it's also about timing and about which stage you're at. And, you know, do I do that yet? Is it going to be in my way? These little things are all over my desk now. Yeah. I don't care. I'll vacuum them up. Doesn't matter. So do I want them someplace else on the frame? That's the question. Or I'll probably wait until, let's say I end up putting something like that, because it does need something else to balance it. And that could even be up a little bit. In any case, I'll put blue beads around the side of that. Whatever I decide goes there. Could be this. Could be another piece of resin, because that's beautiful. It needs painted, or inked. But that's pretty. Let me look at that. Got glass beads falling off all over.
Oh, that's nice, Julie.
I might.
Julie's getting ready to go to church and then lunch with her family for her brother's 60th birthday.
Oh, that's great. Well, you have fun with your family, and you know, that's awesome. Enjoy. Maybe a piece of jewelry, perhaps, on the corner. Maybe not resin. I'm thinking maybe it shouldn't be the same as that, and it needs to be made out of something else. I also have some metal corners I could maybe put on there, and maybe do all the other three. I don't know. But I do have this metal. That's the other thing. I'm like, do I want to use two of those? More than anything, like two different kinds of metal around the frame. I might not do that, you know. I'm already using this old piece that looks like it's got lead paint on it right here, so that'll get screwed in. So I think we're at a stage that I need to let it dry today, and we will pick up where we left off next Saturday, or I'll work on it a little bit today, and then we'll see whatever I need to drill and do hard work on, you know. But thank you so much, everybody that came. I'm more than thrilled to see you all here and have you go along and do this with me, because I know it's a little strange, and I'm glad to share my process for assemblages. And I love you all. And let's thank Eddie. Big round of applause. Eddie did amazing.
Thanks for having me.
And he made us laugh. I love that. Yes,
we need more laughing.
Thank you, Mo. That would be amazing. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and push all the buttons. Push all the buttons.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. I'll be back next Saturday. We will finish her up, whatever's left.
I'm waving like you can see me.
Oh, wait. You want to? Here, hold on. Here you go. There you go. Okay. Wave, Eddie.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great Saturday. Bye.
Jesus.